Welcome to the Jill on Money Call of the Week. If you would like to get a little free financial advice, you can just give us a jingle. How do you do that? Just send us an email, askjill@jillonmoney.com. Ask Jill at jillonmoney.com. That's what Stephen did. What's going on?
So I have a question that basically boils down to, should we sell one of our rental houses and pay off student debt? So recently married, we got married in August, and she had a house that we moved out of, and then I purchased an investment property as well. So we have two. Her house has appreciated quite a bit in this market. So we owe about $157 on it, and we, with a lot of comps around her, reasonably think that we can get $220 out of it.
Okay.
And then her and I, we have combined student debt of about $92,000.
Ooh.
And so we just recently got back from Camp FI down in Florida, and so we sat down and we have a plan for paying off that $92,000 in the next 3 years, just using our W-2 cash flows because we both work. But
okay.
So the question is we have a rental house. It is cash flowing. So it's cash flows after PITI and vacancies and maintenance, probably in the neighborhood of about $300 a month. So it's not bad, nothing over the moon, but
Right.
It's pretty decent. And rentals are a part of our long-term financial FI plan. But we've really been going back and forth of, should we kind of take advantage of this market, take the equity out of her house? I think that after we paid fees, realtors, and closing costs, that we probably would end up in the neighborhood with about 45 is the number I've been using just for round numbers.
But would you also have to pay taxes on the...
So that's another side benefit is it was her residence for 2 years within the last 5. So we would be able to be tax free if we sold it. We've probably got we've got about another 2 years out of that 5-year window for tax free.
Huh. And what about your rental home? How does that looking like right now?
It's good. So it was bought as an investment property intentionally. So it cash flows even a little bit better than hers, and has steady renters in it. So it has not appreciated. It was purchased essentially as a cash flow house, not as an appreciation house.
Yeah.
So and we've only owned that one for since last April. So it's appreciated a little bit, but not a lot. But we kind of intend on holding that one long term.
And what does that look like monthly from a cash flow perspective?
From a cash flow perspective, that one, so 14, so about $450 a month on that one.
That's great. How much you guys make together?
So together, she has just gone to kind of a part-time scenario, since she and I have combined our health insurance and such. But last year combined, we made $175.
All right. Is she part-time now and you'll be $175, or will that be reduced?
Actually, we've been kind of surprised because the way her pay has worked is going part-time has allowed her to take a higher hourly rate. And since she's on my benefits, so actually I think we're going to end up kind of a net neutral. On that.
Great.
So I would assume in the 165, 170 range. That's kind of what we've done our 2019 planning based on.
Great.
So right now we've taken this approach. I put in the full $19,000 to my 401k, or it's my TSP because I'm active duty. And then we are using her 19, if you will, to put towards her student loans, and then plus extra. So like I said, we have a 3-year plan to pay off her piece. So about $92,000 total.
So you're feeling pretty good. Does the debt you said you got a 3-year plan to pay this off, right? Are these federal loans or private loans? What's the interest rate associated?
So they're federal, but they have been reconsolidated once. They're at an average of about 6.5.
Just enough to catch my attention, right?
Yeah, right. So they're not high, but they're also not
cheap.
Low.
Right. So for each of you, are you bothered by the outstanding debt, just emotionally?
Me, no. Her, somewhat.
Okay. You know what? I don't think you're going to make a bad decision. Here's what I think. You have this really cool advantage right now about extracting some of the equity from this rental property and not having to pay a federal income tax on it. And I feel like that's a sign from the financial goddesses that maybe if you could take that money out, whack down that student loan, chop it in half, that perhaps your wife would feel a lot more comfortable carrying the 45 grand, knowing, hey, this is going to be paid off within 2 years. And I think that might actually work for you guys. I don't think you're going to make a big mistake. I really don't. Are you putting a bunch of money into retirement right now?
So I'm maxing out my 401k, which would be $19,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. And what is she doing because she's part-time? Does she have a Roth, or what is she doing for this?
So she has a 403B, and we put in to capture her matching, which is pennies, really. So I think that about $25,000 or $3,000 a year end up in her 403. But we've essentially kind of split in the middle. We've said that we're going to continue to max out my retirement while using her entire paycheck to pay debt down.
Okay. All right. So I do think that unless you're going to tell me that, like, it's so important that, like, she will never, ever sell this house and it's going to cause us to get divorced, I think I'd sell the house. I think I'd sell it and chop that debt in half. And then you are going to see how quickly you pay off that student loan debt. It is hard for me to think about how you are going to get an after-tax return of 6.5% with no risk. And that is what you get by paying that thing off fast. And so to me, I don't feel like you're losing any ground. I don't feel like it's the worst decision to lose the potential appreciation in the house. I mean, the house might appreciate a little bit more in the next couple of years, but it sounds like the best of it has already occurred. No tax due. I kind of want to take the money and pay off the debt. That's what I'm going with. And I think that that'll make you guys feel good, and I think it'll just accelerate the whole debt pay down plan.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then that's it. That's what you got. And when you call me back, because you're like, oh, guess what? We're having kids, and now we're going to move again, and we'll make different decisions. So just keep us posted, because I think you're really on track, and it's great to hear from young people who are, basically firing up the financial independence. It's fantastic. So I'm very, very encouraged by this, and I think you got a great game plan. And kudos to you and your wife for grabbing this thing and moving the ball forward. I think it's a really good story. So I wish you the best of luck, and let us know if there's anything else we can do for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Good luck. That's it for the bonus call of the week. If you'd like to get on the air with us, just send us an email. Ask Jill at JillOnMoney.com. We'll arrange to get you on. Talk to you next time.